We're pleased to be joined by New York Times bestselling author Ann Coulter. Her new book is entitled In Trump We Trust, E Pluribus Awesome. And it is always great to have you here on Newsmax Prime.
It's great to be back. You were my very first interview before the book came out.
Yes, that's a great memory. Now the book is out and it is being widely read. Earlier in the program, I chronicled the dust-up I had with Vicente Fox back when I was in Congress, and he continues to kick up the dirt, making his position clear on Donald Trump's pledge to build a wall and make Mexico pay for it. Here's what the former El Presidente said earlier.
I declare, I'm not going to pay for that wall. He should pay for it. He's got the money.
Are you afraid that he's going to be the next president of the United States? What would that mean? What would that mean for Mexico?
No, not at all. Democracy cannot take us to crazy people that doesn't know what's going on in the world today.
So in addition to building word power, there's President Fox. I'm just kind of interested. What do you think the reaction is with Trump showing up in Mexico today?
Well, I think they know there's going to be a new sheriff in town if Trump is elected. Listening to that, it's really shocking how other foreign leaders treat our country. I mean, Mexico gets $20 billion a year sent back by legal and illegal immigrants in remittances. It would be even more poverty-stricken and, crime-ridden than it is without their best buddy to the north of them. And to listen to a leader talk about the President of the United States that way, it's really shocking. I mean, you can thank God we have someone like Trump running, who doesn't put up with that guff and who will put America's interests first instead of turning America into the rest of the world's, floor mat.
Now, it's very interesting. Prior to Trump making the trip, some Mexican senadors from their legislature took on Mr. Trump, saying he is meeting with Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto out of desperation. What kind of talk is that?
Well, I guess that's better than when the Sinaloa cartel threatens to murder Donald Trump. So I guess that's a step up. And didn't the current president already, or maybe it was Fox, one of them called Trump Hitler, which I really admired for its cutting-edge originality. But it's really shocking the way we're just walked over. And Trump is right. They're taking advantage of us. China's taking advantage of us. The NATO countries are taking advantage of us. What people don't seem to understand is that none of these countries are going to walk away from the United States just because Donald Trump is going to make an argument for America's interests too. They're so far ahead in the trade deals, on the border. They want to still keep doing business with America. Maybe they'll start buying some of our products now.
It's interesting, the reaction not limited to south of the border. Mr. Trump's opponent, Hillary Clinton, was quick to offer her reaction. Let's listen to Secretary Clinton, and then we'll get your reaction to her reaction.
People have to get to know that they can count on you, that you won't say one thing one day and something totally different the next. And it certainly takes more than trying to make up for a year of insults and insinuations by dropping in on our neighbors for a few hours and then flying home again. That is not how it works.
No, it's not how it works. How is it supposed to work, Ann, according to Hillary?
I described this in my book. You just have these free-form, substantiveless insults constantly being thrown at Trump, and particularly the one she was just mentioning there, this idea that he's, all over the map and changing his position all the time. She also said in the speech something about how, people are always saying to me, you have too many plans. Gosh, you have a lot of plans, so many plans. Well, I want to get things done for the country. What are her plans? I know what Trump's position is, and I knew what it was from day one of his campaign. On border security, he's going to build a wall. I knew what his position is. I know what his position is on E-Verify, to force employers to make sure the people they're employing are, in fact, not illegal aliens. I know what his position is on anchor babies, on sanctuary cities. Do we know what Hillary's position is on any of this? And as for, and by the way, Trump has not changed his position on any of these issues. As for changing positions, it was Trump who raised and pushed, as with the entire immigration issue, the attack on these bad trade deals that our government keeps willy-nilly agreeing to. Jobs that haven't already been outsourced to Mexico will, under the Trans-Pacific Partnership, now be shipped out to Asia. Trump has been a ferocious opponent of the TPP, as it's called, from the beginning. Hillary called it the gold standard. But as of a week ago, I hear now she's pretending to be against the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Oh no, other politicians, and not just Hillary, Paul Ryan, one of our own, we're all for the Trans-Pacific Partnership. We're all for amnesty for illegals. And Trump comes along and look at them all falling like dominoes, agreeing with his positions. Well, can we believe them? I don't know, but I know Trump has had those positions from the beginning and hasn't wavered despite enormous, ferocious, unprecedented attacks from the media.
And now comes the speech in Phoenix after the visit to Mexico tonight. A lot of speculation about just how Mr. Trump might soften his stance on illegal immigration. Donald Trump Jr., for his part, was on CNN last night discussing his father's approach to immigration. Let's listen to what Trump Jr. had to say.
He wasn't softening on anything. He didn't change his stance on anything. What he did was, and what he's done all along, is he's speaking with the people. He's not lecturing them like most of the politicians.
So here's what I'm kind of wondering, Ann. My old congressional colleague Mike Pence is on the ticket. Earlier this week, I said this could be like a tag-up. Remember that Pence plan back about 10 years ago, where illegals leave and then come back in legally? Do you expect that to be the new wrinkle? 30 seconds.
No, I do not. I don't think there is any softening. Trump has made, when Trump doesn't lie, he doesn't change his positions, he has made rhetorical mistakes. He made a rhetorical mistake on Hannity's show last week. I don't think there will be any softening. I mean, let's come back to that after the break. I would like to make another point on that.
Well, we are happy to have you make more of a point on exactly what Mr. Trump said when he used the S word, softening, and exactly what we can expect tonight in Phoenix. Obviously, lots to talk about with Ann Coulter, including more on her brand new book, In Trump We Trust, E Pluribus Awesome. And what is awesome is the fact that we have more ahead with Ann Coulter. Also still to come, our political panel, Amy Kramer and Brad Blakeman. Miranda Kahn speaks with pollster John Zogby. D.C. McAllister will be here, and later on, your phone calls as well at 1-877-NEWSMAX, 1-877-639-7629. It's the countdown to the Trump speech in Phoenix, and more of Newsmax Prime ahead.